So we've had Mousehole here today, and I do apologise for my voice, but there was lots to shout about today. So first half, they scored, I think, in 13 minutes. They're a good side, Mousehole.
Yeah, they're a good side. I mean, I thought we had a game plan that the boys executed brilliantly throughout the game. I think first half it was one-way traffic. I think they had probably two moments where I think that the goal comes from a bit of a fortunate touch from their winger, but they were a good side. They moved the ball well. They had good patterns. They try and play football, and it was just up to us to try and nullify that as quickly as possible, as high up the pitch as possible. And we did it brilliantly, and then came unstuck on that one and one towards the end where we didn't quite switch on as a unit. But other than that, I just thought the first half we played so much excellent football, just didn't quite finish it off as we should, weren't quite clinical enough in the box. And that's just the way it goes sometimes, but we had plenty of belief going into the second half.
So what did you say at half time? Because earlier we were 3 goals in 14 minutes earlier in the second half. What did you say, Tim?
I think it's obviously I write things down as I'm going. The only reason I write things down is because my memory's so bad. When you speak to the missus, she'll tell you the same thing. So, and it was the least I'd written in a whole game because there just wasn't loads that we had to adjust, and that was the message. And I think the message was also clear that to keep the belief, don't get frustrated, but also don't get complacent, because actually we'd, like I say, run all over them and played all the football, made all the good moves of the half, and then so second half-time message was that stay patient, you get 1 goal, you get 2 goals, and I said we'd get 3 and 4, and that's exactly what happened. And I just thought the boys were phenomenal in their attitude, and it all turned around with that little bit of belief in the second half.
So the first goal for us came on 50 minutes, and it was an Oakley hanger, trademark free kick from just inside their half. Billy Walker header across, and Connor to put it in.
Yeah, sometimes, like I said before, you need to simplify it. And Oaks puts in a hell of a ball, but actually just kind of put it in an area with a bit more height, and just let the boys go and attack it. And that's what Billy needs to do more. He can do it. Brilliant header back across. Then we've got the belief to follow it up for the second phase, and Connor's got enough on it. And set pieces today were much more positive. We looked much more likely to score than we probably had previously. We did a lot of work on it Thursday, and I thought the boys approached that side of it brilliantly as well.
And then just before the hour mark, we took the lead, and it was a long ball to the back stick. I think it was Connor headed against the bar, and then Harry Morgan was there.
Yeah, nice. I think Morgan was just coming towards his last legs as well, because he obviously hasn't played a lot, and he put in a great shift. But how Connor's managed to reach it, and then not only reach it but put it back in an area where it's going to cause all sorts of havoc. And we've been fortunate our last 2 home games to have a little ricochet off the bar and back for a follow-in. But again, we followed it up. We had that belief. We were on the front foot, and Morgs is there to put it in. And I'm delighted for him. He's had a real stop-start season, but thought he was brilliant today and got his reward.
I think the cheer that went up from the 636 people that were here today would have been heard in Wimborne Square today.
Yeah, just brilliant again, and I just thought the noise, especially second half when we were on top, but it just drives us on. And I've said it before, and I don't get bored of repeating myself because it is fantastic support, and the atmosphere was electric. The way the boys played, it deserved to be, and it's just it's what we want. That's what we want to create here. We want to create that real enjoyable atmosphere, somewhere where people can come and really show their passion, but also make sure it's that family club at the same time. And just can't say enough about the fans at the moment.
You said if we get 1, we'll get 2, then we got 3. I think it was 4 minutes later, and it was Bealey on the end of a ball over the top, and a really nice volley.
Yeah, brilliant. Bealey's come from that left-hand side, come across, realised that there was an opportunity there if the ball gets played right. Just out-muscled the defender. I know they were disappointed in it, but I thought a few of their players went down a little bit easily at times today, and the ref sometimes got sucked in and actually stayed strong there, and it was never a foul. And then to have that composure and presence of mind to finish it off so well just gave us that little cushion that obviously we needed at the end. But Bealey deserved that as well. I thought after that as well, he really grew into it even more.
And they were always going to come back, and they got one back on 82 minutes. But the boys at the back really did a shift, didn't they, towards the end there?
Yeah, that's it. I think, the midfield had chased and harried all day, so it was always going to be tricky for them as well. And then, the boys at the back, it was all about making sure we stayed strong, and how we haven't scored at the end with Matty Neal with a couple of chances, with Bealey, and then it goes down the other end, and just as you think that they're going to get an equaliser that would have been a travesty for us, Connor, I thought, absolutely magnificent. Slides in, stops it, not only stops it but clears it as well while he's on the floor. And that just epitomised, the spirit and the quality we showed all day. The fact that even when it looked all lost, Connor still kind of brought it back from the brink and kept the 3 points intact.
Well, it's been an absolutely fantastic day, and sort of going right back to the beginning. We had 2 minutes silence and the young lad doing the last post. Terrific.
Oh, it's brilliant. It was very moving, and the club do so much stuff right, and that was just another thing they got spot on, and it was lovely to honour it in that way. And I thought everyone was quite quiet beforehand. I think it was a good sort of 4 or 5 minutes of silence, the anticipation of what was to come, and it was brilliantly put on, and set the tone for what was a very special day.
And it's been a really, really good afternoon for the club as a whole, so thanks, Tim. Next up, we've got Weymouth in the Dorset Senior Cup on Tuesday. Will you ring the changes?
I think there are going to be people who need a rest. We had Jez fatiguing a little bit today, and a lot of people have played a lot of minutes. So it gives us a chance to bring in some people who have been on the fringe a little bit, or haven't, perhaps had the opportunities they deserve recently because the team's been playing so well in certain areas. It gives us a chance to bring in a few young lads as well, lads who have been doing really well in the reserves. He won 8-1 again today, which is fantastic. So it gives us a chance to have a look at a few different things and for people to really stake a claim to get the shirt and keep it.
And don't forget that I think youngsters go free on Tuesday, so a really good opportunity to come along and watch it. And the entertainment today was terrific, wasn't it, Tim?
Yeah, that's it, and that's all we can ask. We can, we want the 3 points, but if we can do it in a way that we played today, and have a few goals. As a neutral today, that must have been a hell of a game to watch. Personally, my heart rate was through the roof, and the grey hairs have increased again, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Brilliant. Thanks ever so much, Tim.